AVC Sports presents high school football. Tonight's game is brought to you by patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, People's Bank, Barnesville Dairy Queen, Hissam's Service Center, Flag Floors, Barnesville Hospital WVU Med, Convenient Food Mart, and Forshee Air Picks.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Week 8 of the high school football season. As tonight we have a game between the Barnesville Shamrocks, and they are hosting the Monroe Central Seminoles. Monroe coming in with a record of 4-3. Barnesville a perfect 7-0 on the season. I'm Mark Brown with Jeff Stevens. And Jeff, tonight we heard him announce that these two teams actually started playing back when Monroe Central was Woodsfield in 1910. And they've had a lot of games since then. They've been fairly close, so go a few years, Monroe or Woodsfield win, then Barnesville. And right now, Barnesville's sort of on that little bit of a winning streak.
Yeah, there was a period of time in there, off and on, some 2 years where they did not play. The current series resumed back in 1999. But teams actually met twice that year, once in the regular season and again 3 weeks later in the playoffs, with Barnesville winning both those games. So during this stretch right now, since 1999, Barnesville has a 12-11 advantage in regular season games and the 1-0 advantage in playoffs. So 13-11 advantage. Barnesville has won the last 4 games in the series. The last time Monroe Central won was in 2017.
And, of course, the Battle of State Route 800, Barnesville and Monroe on 800, just about 17, 18 miles apart. And it's been a nice rivalry through the years when these two schools play in just about every sport. Let's start first. Monroe Central, I've seen them once and you've seen them. And we do want to thank, again, the Pregame. People's Bank is sponsoring this pregame show tonight here on WBNV. And I guess we should mention that first also. We are on WBNV tonight, 93.5, and also on YouTube TV tonight. No cost for that. If you want to watch it on TV, it's on YRP TV on YouTube. And, of course, you can always link on to either one of them online at yourradioplace.com.
And a lot of people take advantage of that. I know in the past, last week I was told over the air that the Caldwell-Barnesville game there in the first half had, was at 1,000 views. And that's, really, really good.
Yeah, and that's interesting how you can tell how many people watching the games on TV. Of course, we have no idea on the radio, but on TV we know exactly how many are watching, so that's interesting to see. So anyway, Monroe Central struggled last year, 1 or 2 wins. We were talking about that, up to 4 wins this year. More kids on the team, playing better football. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, a lot of positives this year. New coaching staff. Many of them was with the old coaching staff there, and head coach Jonathan Calder in his first year. Seminoles have won 3 games in a row, beating Buckeye Local, Magnolia, and an exciting game last week against Shenandoah, which we had here on WBNV, and it was the Seminoles winning that game, going ahead with just about a minute and a half left in the game. And I'm going to go on record right now. I want to apologize to the Howell brothers, Tucker and Cooper, because they came off a timeout. I did not recognize the fact that they changed positions, and Cooper was the quarterback in the shotgun, and he threw a 9-yard lob to the corner of the end zone to brother Tucker, who's a great basketball player that has multiple dunks during the basketball season last year, and he went up and grabbed it for the game-winning touchdown, and I did not recognize that until Saturday, as a matter of fact, when I found out that I called it wrong. So I apologize to Tucker Howe and to Cooper Howe for missing that call last week. I'll do my best not to make the same mistake this week. But they, a nice job here. They have been, much more competitive. Just a little bit different, change in philosophies, on that, and a couple more kids out. They had 28. At the beginning of the year, and have been a little bit more competitive than what they had in the past. Good numbers or better numbers will help that. They've actually played a couple of JV games this year, but 4-3 record. But the negative is against good teams, they have given up a lot of points. and that's not good when you know against the Shamrocks. And this Barnesville defense doesn't give up points, having given up only 5 touchdowns for the year.
All season, right. They're averaging only giving up about 5 points a game, and 3 of those touchdowns are when Barnesville was in a running clock and had the reserve team in there. That's how Caldwell got a touchdown last week. We'll take a timeout during the national anthem here, and we'll be back after this.
It's time to say goodbye to summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel fudge cheesecake, and more delicious fall flavors than ever right now on the DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at Barnesville DQ, 402 East Main Street, where happy tastes good. DQ would like to wish the Shamrocks a great season. Go Rocks!
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
We're back here at Barnesville, where the undefeated Barnesville Shamrocks are hosting the 4-3 Monroe Central Seminoles. And Jeff, I forgot to mention, I don't know how, tonight is homecoming night here at the Barnesville Stadium, as the homecoming festivities started before the game with the young ladies vying for the Queen. Came out, and they did not drive cars through here this year with the new turf. They came on cars through the parade, got off and got on a golf cart and went in front of the fans that way. But the homecoming queen will be announced at halftime today, and Barnesville does it like a lot of schools are now. Each young lady will grab a box with a flower in it, and whoever has the off-colored flower will be the homecoming queen.
And what a great night weather-wise
Yes.
it is. You know, there's a little concern, I know, there toward the end of the week on the weather, but man, I tell you what, you know, it's 70 degrees probably now, you know, basically clear skies, you know, just, you know, a lot of rain there in some areas last night, but, you know, on the turf, you know, make no difference, but, you know, beautiful night, you know, 8th week of the season, you can't ask for a better night for high school football, homecoming and otherwise.
Exactly. Nice crowd here tonight from both schools. Of course, as we mentioned, less than 20 miles apart, not a far drive between these two schools, whoever's making the trip each year. We'll start now talking a little bit about Barnesville. And the Shamrocks, as we said, undefeated. They're averaging over 40 points a game and giving up only 5 points a game. And they are led, of course, by a very good throwing and quarterback, and that is Casey Carpenter. Casey has yet to throw an interception this year. And you were talking here before, we know of at least 4 times that the defensive back, he's had an interception, but he hasn't thrown one yet.
Yeah, very, very unusual. I know, you know, he had 2 interceptions down at Belair on a game I did here on WBNV, and then he had 2 last week, you know, down at Caldwell. So that's, you know, quite an accomplishment there. And, you know, and he threw for, you know, several times and for quite a few yards last week.
Yes, he did. And he's throwing his main 2 targets. Of course, Casey is a junior, but his 2 targets this year that are having outstanding seasons on both sides of the ball are Duker Costello and Luke Detling. Those 2, we haven't been able to get his stats up to date, but they are both have numerous catches and yards every game. and they're also doing a good job of shutting down the other team's top receivers. So good job by them. And then also Tayson Starr, he's up to over about 600 yards on the season. And Tayson, besides being the tailback, you'll see him play a lot at a slot and even throw out of the wide receiver sometimes, depending on what formation they're using.
And it makes it very hard to defend a team. And as you mentioned, Shamrocks giving up just 5 points a game. And I look back at it, I think it's 5 touchdowns. I know 2 of those touchdowns came, on the one game that was fairly close was the game at Belair. The final score was like 38-14, but it was a 24-14 game into the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. So, Belair scored 2 of the 5 touchdowns that the Shamrocks have given up. And a lot of times, I tell you, a solid defense gets underrated when a team scores a lot of points like the Rocks do.
Yes, and Barnesville, in the computer ratings, I believe 6. Does that sound right to you, Jeff? I looked at that yesterday, but I've forgotten. But they are definitely in position right now to host a first-round game in the tournaments. And Monroe Central right now solidly in the playoff picture also.
Yes, depending on, of course, what happens coming up. But the Shamrocks, I would think, without question, will host one game, and if they're in the top 8, and if they're in the top 4, you win the first game, you get to host a second game as they did last year. So, that's something, to play for. And yeah, at a 4-3 record right now, Monroe Central has a couple games coming up. There are definitely games that they, should match up well with and have a chance to get into the postseason, which would be a nice reward for kids who have made a lot of progress in the last year.
Yes, definitely so. The Monroe Central team has come onto the field, and they are getting ready. Barnesville won the toss tonight, and they elected to receive. So we will see the Barnesville offense first, and we'll go through those, and you can go here if you want with the defense. For the line for Barnesville, as we said, Barnesville did lose 2 of their top linemen a couple weeks ago against River. Luke Taylor and Salvador Alvarez out for the season with knee injuries. But the center, very solid, Marshall Mead. The guards, Hank Johnson and Dylan Lucas. The tackles, Braden Butler and Christian Hannes. Hannes making his first start, and he's just a freshman. The tight end is Brady McIntyre. And the skill positions, the quarterback, as we said, Casey Carpenter. The 2 wide receivers, Luke Detling and Duca Costello. And the running backs, Tayson Starr and another freshman starting tonight. The fullback is Trey Tulliver for the Shamrocks. And, of course, Evan Lowe will do all the kicking duties tonight.
Let's do the defense real quick. I was looking for I lost my pen.
Oh, okay. But you go ahead and announce that, and I'll look for it.
The Monroe Central defense will line up with the defensive ends. Our junior Clint Rader and senior Landon Leidick are at the defensive end positions. The tackles are freshman Ashton Lombatis, along with junior Tyler Whitaker, and Caleb Grimm will be the middle guard, and there Caleb, 370-pound junior. At the linebacker position, the quarterback Tucker Howe, a junior, along with senior Dalton Phillips, and sophomore A.J. Rutter will be the linebackers. And at the defensive backs will be senior Carter Knowlton, freshman Cooper Howe, and also Evan Knowlton, a junior, will line up there. And we're about ready for our kickoff here. That is a Hissam Service Center kickoff as we wrap up our People's Bank postgame. And debuting tonight for the Monroe Central Seminoles to kick off is Spanish foreign exchange student Juan Fernandez. And that is a Hissam Service Center kickoff. And this is the first night that Juan Fernandez has been eligible, just getting declared eligible, this week. And so he will tee it up. Seminoles have struggled in their kickoff games so far this year, so kind of excited to see, I'm sure some nerves. Juan joined the soccer team last week and scored 5 goals his first game.
So we get ready. Deep are Duca Costello, and we already also Luke Detling. And before we even start here, we have a flag.
I think we're going to get a delay of the game. I'm not sure. I think the band was, well, not the band, but the PA music was playing kind of loud there, and I'm not sure that anybody heard the officials ready for play signal. So they're going to pick that flag up.
Okay.
And that seems like that's the thing to do. So here we go with our Hissam Service Center kickoff. And Juan Fernandez up and boots the ball high and deep down to about the 10-yard line.
This is Duker Costello with the ball. And he comes through, and he's up to about the 35-yard line of the Shamrocks.
Max Dimchek had a hand on the feet there and tripped up the runner there for the tackle. So that's where Barnesville will start the ball at their own. See what they put down. Looks like right at the 35-yard line.
Okay, as we said, Casey Carpenter, the junior, first-year starter, full-time starter. He started a couple games last year with the injuries, but has had a great season throwing the ball. No interceptions yet this year. It's an I formation. Tulliver at fullback, Tayson Starr at the tailback. This will be a toss to Starr to the right side. He'll cut inside. He'll pick up about 7 or 8 yards on his first carry of the game.
Evan Knowlton on the tackle there from his defensive back position for Monroe Central, but they're going to put the ball down to 43-yard line, give Tayson Starr 8 yards on first down.
Second and 2. Again, the I formation. Carpenter under his center, Marshall Mead. Takes a snap, and he will throw it out quickly to Detling. Detling will get around the outside. Duker Costello throwing a block for him there. Plenty of room there for the first down, as he will pick up close to 10 yards.
Yeah, Carter Knowlton and Cooper Howe on the tackle there. They'll be across the 50 to the 47-yard line, and that will be a 10-yard pickup.
Carter Knowlton makes the tackle.
And that's the first completion of the game and the first pass. So that'll bring up now a 1st and 10. The ball inside Monroe Central territory on the Monroe Central 48.
And that's something in the games I have done of the Shamrocks those those short passes, and get the ball into the hands of your receivers and let them go to work.
All right, this will be a quick handoff. I believe this is Starr. Yes, it is Starr, and he will only pick up about 2 yards on the carry. Phillips with the tackle.
Yeah, Dalton Phillips, the middle linebacker, made that play there. Just as you say, just a 2-yard pickup. And this is, one reason, too. We've seen that Barnesville do this in the past where they take win the toss, they elect to receive, get your offense out there, and get a good chance to get you that first score.
Okay, this will be another pass attempt. This will be a quick out to Camden Carpenter. Camden will get up there. He will be stopped by Knowlton. Excuse me, that's not Knowlton. That is Tucker Howe.
Yeah, Tucker Howe come up, made the tackle there. Short gain there down to the 41-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards.
Pick up a 5, 3rd down, 3.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 4. And as we said, that was to Camden Carpenter. Camden, another one of those that plays all over different positions.
And right now the Shamrocks going to go with a double tight end look.
And 2 lead backs. This will be Tayson. And he's got a big hole, and that will be more than a first down. That will be a pickup of about 13 or 14 yards.
Yeah, nice job there. You see, get into the secondary in a hurry.
And that'll take it down the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Shamrocks. 9:25 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, on that, basically left side of the line there too. That's where Christian Hannes, just a freshman, and Hank Johnson are 2 of the linemen on that side. And kind of a power eye look in the backfield.
Okay, this will be Camden Carpenter this time from the tailback position, and he will pick up about 2 or 3 yards. Camden, a junior.
Yeah, it looks like about 3 yards.
Yeah, 3 for Camden. That's his first carry of the game. He also had the pass catch a little bit ago.
Dalton Phillips from his linebacker spot up to make that tackle. Short gain. But we're down to the 25-yard line here. We've played about 3.5 minutes thus far. Shamrocks on the initial drive of the game.
Okay, this will be a fake handoff. Now a screen over to Camden Carpenter. And he will put on a good move there and get in, but he will be gang tackled there and driven out of bounds about the 19, 20-yard line. So about a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, about 5 it looks like. Clint Rader among the tacklers there. And a nice screen, but just came to the short side of the field. So Camden Carpenter did not have a lot of extra room to run. He was kind of forced to the sideline, but still able to get that 5 yards. So third down and a yard to go. And this is where an offense is dangerous, Mark, because now you can take that shot toward the end zone. But looks like the Shamrocks going to that double tight end and triple high.
And again, the two lead blocks will go in there for Tayson Starr, and he will take it all the way for the touchdown.
Yeah, 20 yards, touchdown.
Tayson Starr follows his two lead backs through the right side and scores a 20-yard touchdown. And he went there behind his offensive lineman, Dylan Lucas, and Braden Butler on that side, and also Marshall Mead.
Yeah, Starr will now snap here for the extra point. Detling to hold, and Evan Lowe will attempt the point.
Lowe's having a good year, and that one is up and good. So it's 7:43 to go in the first quarter on the first drive. It is Barnesville 7, Monroe Central nothing. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Did you know WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient surgical care close to home? Barnesville Hospital offers the following specialties: endoscopic procedures, foot surgery, gastrointestinal surgery, and general surgery. Let country roads lead you home to WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital for all your surgical needs. To learn more about your surgical options, please visit wvumedicine.org/Barnesville.
Back here at Barnesville Stadium on homecoming night, as the Shamrocks on their first possession go down and on a 20-yard Tayson Starr touchdown run go ahead 7-0 after Evan Lowe kicks the PAT. Now Lowe will kick off to Monroe Central.
This will be a Hissom Service Center kickoff. A.J. Rudder and Cooper Howe will be deep about their own 10-yard line. And Lowe's kicks away, and we're taken by Rudder at about the 10. 20, 25, sidesteps a couple of tacklers on the far side, and he'll go out of bounds around to 30. We'll see where they mark him out. Somewhere between the 30 and 35-yard line. Looks like about the 33-yard line.
Nice return there for Monroe Central, and they will take over, as you said, 1st and 10.
That touchdown drive marked by Barnesville, 8 plays, 65 yards for the score. For the Seminoles, their tight end is Landon Leidick. Offensive lineman, tackle Ashton Lambatis. Guard Tyler Whitaker. Center Parker Seifert. Tackle Bill Kroll and tackle Andrew Pickampaw. And quarterback is Tucker Howe. He'll be in the shotgun. Two backs beside him and have some motion. Howe drops back, wants to throw, goes across the middle, and it's going to be caught. About an 8-yard pickup to Logan Powell, I believe, is the receiver. And that's about a 9-yard pickup.
Now it looks like it's going to be about 5 or 6.
You're right. I'm wrong there. About 4 yards, 5 yards. I think you're right. 5 yards. Yeah, they put it at the 39. So Howe now checking the sidelines here. He has 5 receivers, 3 wide left, 2 wide right.
And Howe had plenty of time back there to look for a receiver. Give his line credit.
And he'll go quick out here to Rudder on the left flat. He'll cut back across the 40 to about the 43-yard line.
That'll be Hines Ford with the tackle.
About another 5 yards or so. He's just short of the first down at the 44-yard line. Oh, no, it will be a first down.
Yes.
Yes, it will be a first down. The backs are Phillips and Rudder, and the wide receivers are Carter Knowlton and Logan Powell. But again, those 5 wide receiver look here as Tucker Howe is in the shotgun. Again, quick out here to Powell out near midfield. He'll be taken out of bounds there after about a 6-yard pickup. Starr on the tackle.
Actually, that's Brady McIntyre. 2 1s.
Oh, just I only saw 1-1.
Yes. And that catch was by
Powell. His second catch on this opening possession. About 6 yards. 6 yards. Right, ball right at midfield.
Monroe Central has yet to run the ball.
Again, 5 wide receiver look. Howell, and a shotgun, quick out here, and this one's going to be incomplete. That was intended for Dalton Phillips, the intended receiver, about 5 yards downfield on a quick out, and it is incomplete. That will bring up 3rd down and about 4. I know last week against Shenandoah, the Seminoles came out the second half and lined up in a wishbone and ran the ball extremely well. And sometimes when you're the underdog, and the Seminoles are tonight, everyone knows this, sometimes a good passing game can help neutralize the other team's strengths. But Barnesville at times this year has gotten some great pressure on the quarterback. Again, we'll get some motion here with 4 wide receivers. Howell wants to throw. Drops back. He's going deep down the middle of the field. This is going to be well overthrown. Intended for Carter Knowlton. Duker Costello was the defender. And we'll see what Coach Calder will do. And it looks like he's going to punt.
And Monroe Central threw the ball 5 times in this possession without running the ball once. Completed 3 of them, but they were all short. So Monroe Central hoping to pin Barnesville deep.
Yeah, Howell will be the punter.
And this is Duker Costello, the only man back.
Kicks away. It's a low line drive. Is going to hit and bounce, and Costello is going to get away from it, let it bounce, and it'll get to the end zone for a touchback. Great effort there by one of the Seminoles. Try to keep it out of the end zone, but not able to do so. And that will come out to the 20-yard line.
55. You've got the roster there from Monroe.
Yeah, that would be Tyler Whitaker.
Okay. So Barnesville will take over now 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. This will be their second possession. They did score on the first. It's 7-0. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter on a beautiful night, homecoming night, here at Barnesville Shamrock Stadium.
And Shamrock's going to spread the field a little bit with 4 wide receivers, 2 left and 2 right.
Trey Tolliver, the only player back, and this will be a quick out pass to, I believe that's Tayson Starr.
Yes.
And
he'll get up about 12 yards or so before he's brought down.
And as we said, they'll play him all over the place. And yes, that will be a 12-yard gain for Tayson Starr.
But again, as we said during the pregame there, Shamrocks will line Starr up in different positions, tail back, and he'll even go to a blocking back position at times. But he'll go out in the slot. And the idea is to get your top athletes the ball as often as you can. Same formation with 3 receivers now to the left.
He's looking, and that was to Brady McIntyre, and there's something got messed up there. Brady took a turn to the inside. Carpenter to it the outside, but there is a flag back in the backfield of Barnesville.
Everett Stewart is the head referee. You're going to get a roughing the passer call against the Seminoles.
Okay, I was watching as soon as he threw the ball. I watched out where it went, didn't see it. But that's the first penalty of the game, and that's a big one.
Now take the ball out to the 47-yard line, 15-yard step off.
Of course, that's a first down. And so that play not counting, so Casey Carpenter still 4 for 4 throwing the ball tonight.
If we had year stats, I think you'll find that Casey Carpenter's completion percentage is
very high.
Is very high for high school ball. I mean, I'm talking 65 to 70%.
And no interceptions. Now we have a single back. Carpenter will give it to Tayson Starr on a sweep left. He will break some ground there, and he will be well beyond the first down. That will be a pickup of about 20 yards. We'll see where they put it.
Cooper Howe and Dalton Phillips making the tackle. Looks like about the 35-yard line.
So that'll be a 15.
18 yards?
Yes.
We'll call it 18. But out into Seminoles territory at the 35-yard line. One thing about Tayson Starr that I've seen in my observations here, Mark, when he goes to turn upfield, there's not a lot of dancing around. When he turns it upfield, he goes full speed upfield. And that's kind of the case on that last play. He turned it up and really just ran by a couple potential tacklers.
All right, a drop back again under pressure. And this will be a pass, and I'll tell you, that's well over the head of I believe that was Duke or Costello, but there was a mix up there in the offensive blocking because somebody got through there from Monroe Central and really laid out Casey Carpenter.
A.J. Rudder came through there, and he put a big hit on Casey Carpenter. And I kind of looked there for a second, as the hit coming as he threw the ball. We just had the roughing the passer call a couple of plays ago, but, no flag on this play, incomplete.
Well, he had just let go of the ball when he got hit, so that was a clean hit.
But as you said, basically, Rudder came through there untouched.
Right.
Eli Messenger and is one of the wideouts now on this 2nd down and 10 play.
High formation. Camden Carpenter in motion. This will be a toss again to Tayson Starr, and he will cut it back, and he's going to pick up some big yardage. And there he goes zigzagging around, and we're going to see a flag. And most likely a hold, but we'll wait and see. That will be a gain of about 17, 18 yards, but I have a feeling it's going to come back.
Walking back, number 55, White.
No, it's going to go on the defense.
Wow.
A shove in the back on the defense. Blocking the back or shoving the back, something you don't see called on the defense a lot. And we'll see what they do on this. Now, the run was down to the 18-yard line, and they'll step this off. That's going to be a gain of about 17.
Yeah, 17.
Okay, they'll take to the
half the distance.
18, now half the distance on the penalty, and that takes it down to the 9-yard line.
Penalty gives the Shamrocks
A call you don't see against the defense a lot. But, again, when we talk safety, if you shove a kid in the back, I don't care if you're the offense or the defense, it's going to be a penalty.
Yep. And like you said, it was in the air. I assumed it's usually where you see a hold. And this will be the power I formation, the handoff to Tayson Starr. He'll follow the two backs. And Tayson Starr will pick up a nice chunk of yardage there. Started on the 9, 1st and goal, and he will get down, it looks like, let's see where they put it.
About the 4.
4. So it's going to be a 5-yard gain for Tayson.
Landon Leidick on the tackle.
Landon Leidick, the tackler.
Which is 2nd and goal now.
Coming in for Barnesville will be Logan Craker, sophomore, bringing in the play.
Yeah, Coach Allen continues to get some younger kids in for a play or two here and there.
And this will be a power run, and this will be
Kobe Jones.
Kobe Jones, he's a sophomore. And that will be a
touchdown.
4-yard touchdown run for Colby Jones. So Barnesville putting various backs and players in all different positions tonight. And they will now go for 1 point with Evan Lowe kicking, Tayson Starr snapping, and Luke Detling holding. Good snap, good hold, and the ball is up, and it is good. So with 3:48 to go, the flashing lights come on. It is 14-0 Barnesville. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, that's here. I'm going to do a couple of things here. First of all, I'm going to go through the our sponsors. We haven't mentioned yet tonight. We want to thank you to these sponsors: WVU Medicine, Barnesville Hospital, People's Bank, Barnesville DQ, Doane Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Forshee Air Picks, Hissam Service Center and Towing, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Flag Floors, WB Green Insurance, and Convenient Food Mart of Barnesville are our sponsors tonight. I'm going to take a second here also. People that were at the Monroe Central game last week, listening on the radio, have just become aware to the incident on the sidelines last week in which retired coach Jay Circosta was injured. Coach Circosta, who's been an advisor and consultant with the team this year, is currently still at the Morgantown Hospital after having surgery for his fractured pelvis, hoping to get him to a rehab facility closer home here soon. So, if Coach is listening tonight, get well soon. This is our Hissam Service Center kickoff, and that's taken deep there. That may be Cooper Howe.
Yes, it is.
But he does not get upfield very far. There's a lot of green jerseys down there, and they're going to bring him down before he gets to the 20-yard line.
Eli Messenger with the tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Seminoles, the ball on their own 18-yard line. And we haven't mentioned the Barnesville defense. We'll try to get these guys mentioned here in the next couple of plays.
So the Seminoles yet to run the ball today. Again, we'll have the 5 wide receiver look with Howe and the shotgun. He'll drop, wants to throw across the middle, and it's going to be complete to the tight end, Landon Leidig, at about the 26-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about, let's see where they put it down here. We'll put him on the 27.
Pickup of 9, second down, 1.
About 9.
So Tucker Howell now 4 for 6 throwing the ball.
Again, the 5 wide receiver look. It's been the same formation almost every snap here in the game. We're about 3 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter with Barnesville leading 14-0. Howell alone in the backfield in the shotgun. Long snap, a little low snap. Howell now having to run under some pressure, and he's just going to throw the ball out of bounds. That's going to be incomplete.
Tucker Howell's pass is incomplete.
That's the first time tonight. They've really gotten some pressure on there. Looks like Meade is one of them, and Kobe Jones is another one there that were putting some pressure on.
And we mentioned tonight that Trey Tolliver starting tonight on defense, and he was another one of those putting some pressure on. Let's go through the starting lineup here for Barnesville's defense. On the line, it's Marshall Meade, Blake Kirk, Colby Jones, and Trey Tolliver. The linebackers, Camden Carpenter, Tayson Starr, and Hines Ford. And we'll have a quick timeout here by Monroe Central. So something they didn't like there, so they will call a timeout, and we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back after this.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
We're back here at Barnesville on homecoming night, where the Barnesville Shamrocks lead Monroe Central 14-0 with 2:51 still to go in the first quarter. And we didn't get finished. Wanted to mention the rest of the starters. The 3 defensive backs for Barnesville: Brady McIntyre, Duker Costello, and Luke Detling. Of course, to go with Trey Tolliver, Colby Jones, Blake Kirk, Marshall Meade, Camden Carpenter, Tayson Starr, and Hines Ford.
We were here a couple weeks ago, and Hines Ford played a really strong game defensively.
Another sophomore.
Yeah. Also wanted to say thank you here. Guys here are people helping us on the YRP TV here tonight. Our cameraman Brock Valentine and also Brett Klein. And we appreciate their help. The first running play of the night is the A.J. Rudder, and I believe he's going to get the first down off the right side, and it will be a first down. He's going to get a couple of yards.
First down, Seminoles.
He only needed 1. He got 2, so fresh set of downs for Monroe Central. And we'll go back now to 5 wide receiver passing set. Nobody in the backfield except for the quarterback.
And we're down to 2.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Shamrocks, last possession for Barnesville was 7 plays to go 80 yards and that touchdown. So they've scored on both of their possessions thus far. Again, they're kind of working the play clock down here also. As Howell looks at the clock, it's now down to 3, and he snaps. It's a low snap, kind of a pump fake. Now kind of goes for a quick out here, and it's incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver, Rudder, incomplete.
Intended for Rudder, incomplete.
Low snap there. It just threw the timing off again. He had to dig that one out of the ground.
The problem with going to the passing game, you do throw incomplete passes, and that stops the clock. And if you're trying to, to shorten the game as much as possible, if you're the Seminoles, that kind of works against it. But yet, that's your best opportunity, I think, to gain yardage in the game. Again, Howell takes the snap on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to take off, and he's going to run. Cuts back across the 30 and be pulled down just shy of the 35-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 5 yards on the scramble by Howell.
Tayson Starr on the tackle.
It's the first time we've seen Howe tuck the ball under and run. Last week, Tucker Howe had a big game running the ball. He ran for 180 yards, threw 3 touchdown passes, ran for a touchdown, and then caught a touchdown pass. He had a hand in all 5 Seminole touchdowns last week. Now 3rd down and 5. This forces the Barnesville defense maybe to just spread out and cover the field a little bit more than what they're used to. We have a single back beside Howe. He'll help on the blocking. And this time Howe's going to go down. He'll be in the backfield. Looks like Marshall Mead will make the sack back at about the original line of scrimmage. 29-yard line, loss of about 5.
And
Judge is going to have to come up with $100.
Marshall Mead, the leading sacker on the team.
Off that defensive end position,
Yes.
does a really nice job, and a lot of pressure on him now that Luke Taylor at the other defensive end is out for the year. So Howe will be back, and we'll punt on this 4th and 10 with 45 seconds on a moving clock, first quarter. Howe gets the kick away. This is a nice kick, pretty deep. It's going to hit, and Costello will pick it up back about the 20-yard line. Gets out of the 30, tries to turn the corner, does, and gets out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. And a late flag comes flying in. And the clock stops on the change of possessions with 30 seconds left. This is a late flag from off the play.
Yeah, it was quite a ways from where he was pushed out of bounds there. Wow, another block to the back.
And that's the second call on the defense, and they've both been against the same individual. And I'm not sure what's going on there, and I think that's just a frustration play or something. You know, when you're not involved in the play, why are you pushing somebody? And that's going to be 15 yards in from the end of the run. So this is going to put the ball at the 45-yard line in Monroe Central territory. And we're going to get a flag on the sideline here, and I think we're going to get a sideline warning against the Monroe Central bench. And I'm sure not real pleased with the explanation of those 2 defensive push in the back calls on that. So you get the first sideline warning, but the coaching staff over and Coach Carter, I think, was working the official on that side pretty good.
And this will be another pass out to Duke Costello, and he'll pick up about 12 yards on that pass.
I think Cooper Howe tripped him up there, or Costello might have been good. That's going to be about an 11-yard pickup down to the 34-yard line.
5th pass completion of the game in 6 attempts for Carpenter. High formation. And
yeah, well, we're going to get another flag here. It's going to stop the clock. We're going to get a defensive encroachment call against Monroe Central. And both officials on each side threw their flag. I didn't see if there was movement or if somebody just lined up wrong, but that's going to be another 5 yards against Monroe Central. So, when you're the underdog in the game, you can't be giving the other team free yardage.
And that's 45 yards and penalties now against Monroe Central.
And that's, I don't care who you're playing or when, 45 yards in a quarter penalty-wise is way too much. So 1st and 5, Barnesville now at the Shamrock, or at the Monroe Central 29-yard line. This could be the last play of the first quarter.
All right, this would be a drop back by Carpenter. He's going deep. He's looking for Detling, and the ball knocked away there at the last second. Good defense.
Evan Knowlton was the defender, and we'll have one more play.
And Coach Allen telling Carpenter, throw it over, let him run under. That ball came up short.
Yeah,
and gave Knowlton time to get there and knock it down.
Yeah. Yeah, it was going for Detling there, and initially Detling, I think, had a step, but as he had slowed down the ball that, just a little bit underthrown, Evan Knowlton able to come back and make the play. So we have 1 second left on the clock here in the first quarter.
High formation. Carpenter will be under to the center. Camden Carpenter in motion. He sets in the slot. The handoff to Tayson Starr. He's going to break one, and he'll be very close to the first down.
Yeah, Carter Knowlton come up and made the tackle there. I think he's going to be about a yard short.
Yep, it looks like they're going to mark it. Let's see where they put it down.
That's going to be closer than I thought. And they're going to put him just short.
All right, so anyway, that will bring an end to the first quarter. Barnesville leading 14-0 and closing in on another score. We'll be back after this.
Discover excellence at Hissam Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off-road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks. Trust Hissams for top-notch service and community spirit.
High school football
from AVC Sports
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Back here at Barnesville Shamrock Stadium, we're at the end of the first quarter, Barnesville leading Monroe Central 14-0. I'm Jeff Stevens, Mark Brown with you, along with Brett Klein and Brock Valentine. So we're live here on WBNV and also on YRP TV tonight. You can visit yourradioplace.com to watch, listen, and view the whole upcoming AVC Sports schedule. But you can tune in through Facebook and YouTube at YRP TV to watch our live stream tonight. And
no cost.
Thank you to you. And it is a free live stream.
So Barnesville, third and a few inches. Casey Carpenter, the quick hitter to Tulliver, and he will have more than enough for the first down. He will take it about 5 yards.
Yeah, Dalton Phillips makes the tackle, but straight ahead and to the 20-yard line. That is his first carry of the day.
Yes, it is. And by the way, if you're wondering, Tayson Starr has carried the ball 8 times in the first quarter for 89 yards and a touchdown.
Again, Shamrocks are double tight end with that triple I look.
All right, this would be a sweep to Starr, Tayson Starr. He'll get out, and he will be down close. It looks like maybe beyond the first down sign.
Let's see where they mark him down.
If he's not over, he's going to be very short. Looks like just a few inches short.
Carter Knowlton, one of the tacklers there. So what, we going to give him 9 yards?
I guess so. It's 9 yards and about 10 inches, but it has to go down as 9. And that'll bring up a second and less than a yard.
Yeah, the ball's just inside the 11-yard line.
Second down, 1 from the 11.
Both backs leading the way there. Jones and Tolliver really got outside there and had nobody to block.
And this will be Tayson Starr again, this time over the left side. He will have the first down, and he'll be up to about the 5-yard line, so that'll be another 5-yard gain for Starr.
Stop on the play by Dalton Phillips.
As you heard there, Dalton Phillips with the tackle for Monroe Central. Craker comes out of the game, and going back in for the Shamrocks, it'll be Tulliver.
2 touchdowns thus far, one by Starr, one by Kobe Jones.
And this will be a pass attempt. He's got a man wide open there. That's Camden Carpenter. And I believe he dropped it.
It went right through his hands.
Yes. Carpenter went out to the left flat. He was wide open.
Incomplete pass.
And the ball was in his hands. He just dropped it. That happens.
It was a little bit high, but,
catchable. Yeah.
Camden will tell you right there that's a ball that he's going to catch 99 times out of 100, and that was the one that he didn't catch.
Well, they have 3 more chances here. The ball, second goal on the 6-yard line, more on the 5-yard line. So 2nd and 5. In motion is Camden Carpenter. And this will be a sweep again to Starr, and he's got some people out there leading him, and he will get in for the touchdown. His second touchdown of the game. And he is now over 100 yards rushing tonight on 10 carries.
8 plays, 45 yards on that drive.
And Evan Lowe will again kick the PAT or attempt it. Nope, Barnesville's going to go with that funky spread out formation they like to do. We'll see what they do with it here. Spreading everybody out.
Detling getting the call now. He'll take the direct snap as he'll bring the team back over. Now and they'll line up and he'll go, and Lowe will now try to kick since the defense adjusted to it. And there'll still be a fake. And Detling's going to throw it incomplete.
And that was knocked down by a Monroe Central defender there.
I'm not sure if it was Evan Knowlton or who, but it was knocked down by the defense. So with 10:23 left in the first half, it's now Barnesville 20 and Monroe Central nothing. Back with the kickoff after this.
Flag Floors of Barnesville has been delivering superior quality flooring solutions for over 30 years. They feature carpet, vinyl, wood, and ceramic flooring and cater to both residential and commercial customers. They also have custom cabinets, Kensington high-performance windows, and Liberty safes, including handgun vaults. Flag Floors even has a complete line of rental items to help you tackle those jobs and a wide range of cleaners and polishers. It's all at Flag Floors, 324 South Chestnut Street in Barnesville. Call 425-3344. Visit them online at flagfloors.com and like them on Facebook.
We're back here at Barnesville with the Shamrocks lead 20-0 with 10:39 to go in the first quarter. And we have some other scores here, and this is sponsored by Doan Ford, our Doan Ford scoreboard. And we got Meadowbrook and New Lexington tied 6-6. Fort Fry, this is a good game, a big game tonight. Fort Fry 14-6 over Caldwell. And Buckeye Trail 14-0 over Strasburg.
And on our Hissam Service Center kickoff by Lowe, the ball bounced around. Evan Knowlton picked the ball up, deep and tried to get around the left, and he's actually going to lose some yardage and be swarmed under there at about the 10-yard line. Eli Messenger was on special teams down for that play, along with, I'm not sure here who else we had. Looks like also maybe Cole Francis may have been in on that play also. So Monroe Central is going to start at their own. Well, we have a flag down. Okay. We had an encroachment call on Monroe Central. So basically that means somebody was across the 50-yard line then before the ball was kicked.
Now talking to the Barnesville coaches, I don't know why they brought the ball up this far.
Well, if there was an encroachment call, somebody across before the ball was kicked, I believe it should have been whistled. Should have been whistled dead immediately. And what did we just say?
They're saying it's declined. So Barnesville will take the ball back, but
the ball's going to start now at the 13-yard line. I'm not sure I understand that one.
I don't either. And that's where the tackle was made. But regardless, Barnesville declining the penalty. And it will start on Monroe Central's own 13-yard line. This is their third possession of the game.
Officials are kind of still talking. And now Everett Stewart's going to come over toward the Barnesville sideline.
See, I thought they would have moved it back 5 yards from where a
defensive encroachment call on a scrimmage snap is whistled dead immediately. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to end up with a re-kick. As the officials have thought about this, not a call that you see a lot where the defense is lined up improperly. So we've got a lot of people running around right now, so I'm not real sure what's going on. Okay, we're going to get a replay of it for your viewers here. Oh, Monroe Central's got two kids lined up, across the 50-yard line before the ball was kicked. So to me, that play should have been whistled dead immediately, and the kickoff should never have happened. As you finish looking at the replay there, but if you're watching on YRP TV, there you could see that there were two Monroe Central players lined up, on the wrong side of the 50-yard line. They were about to straddle the 50, and you can't do that.
And Barnesville now will kick.
So from the
45.
Yeah, so Lowe, he may kick this one through the goalpost. It's a high kick. It's deep. It's going to be taken back about the 5-yard line, bobbled. Picked up by Rudder, and he's going to be swarmed under. And guess what? Monroe Central's going to put the ball in play just about the spot where they would have before, and about the 12-yard line. So actually, on that re-kick, I think Monroe Central's going to end up losing a yard. I'll have to make a list of all these things that are a little bit unusual on the calls. We've been at this long enough. We think we've seen everything, and boy. Never.
We have two blocks in the back on the defense tonight, which is something you don't see much of, and we've had it twice. So 1st and 10 for Monroe Central.
So they will start from their own 12-yard line. Again, two backs in the backfield now with Howe, who is in the shotgun. And they're going to run the ball this time, and that is across the 15. I think that might be Rudder.
Camden Carpenter And Tayson Starr on the tackle.
It is A.J. Rudder. He's going to be out close to the 19-yard line.
It's going to be a gain of about 7.
Yeah, nice gain on first down.
Second down, 3 from the 19.
And that's
one
only the third offensive carry of the game for Monroe tonight.
And I think one of the other carries was on a scramble.
Yes.
So the ball at the 19-yard line, now second down and 3. We're just inside 9.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Barnesville leading 20-0. Again, 2 running backs beside Howe. 1 right, 1 left. They'll give the ball to Rudder off the left side. He has very little running room. He might have gotten to the 20-yard line. There's a lot of green shirts covering him up.
Let's say maybe a gain of about 1 yard, it looks like. Maybe 2.
They can put him just across the 20.
Yeah.
So call it third down and a long yard.
Rudder tonight, 3 carries for 11 yards.
Again, wide receiver Powell is to the right and Knowlton to the left. 2 running backs beside Howe. He fakes inside, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be brought down on the far side. I'm not sure if I don't think he got the first down.
No, he didn't. He's going to be right down about on the line of scrimmage, right around the 20.
Camden Carpenter was over there. Maybe Tayson Starr also. Seems like Tayson Starr's in around the ball on just about every play, so that will be short of the first down, and 4th down and 1 yard. And I know it's their own 21-yard line, but I think Coach Calder is going to keep the offense on the field. What you might look for here, Mark, is that hard count.
Possibly so, trying to get Barnesville jump off sides. They are in an I formation.
Howe is under center. He's going to hand the ball to Rudder. He's going to fight forward. I think he's going to get the first down.
I think he did, yeah. He's going to get it.
Off that left side, A.J. Rudder behind Ashton Lambatis and others on his blockers. And he's going to be out to the, see where they put it down there, about the 24. That's about a 4-yard pickup. Well, you're down 20-0 in the first half of the game. You might as well roll the dice and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people will say, well, why would you do that? But it's a good move, I guess, if nothing more, because it worked. So first down, Monroe Central now at their own 24-yard line. The back's in the eye now with Howe up under center. Parker Seifert is his center. He'll toss it to Rudder, trying to get to the outside. He'll be brought down. He'll fight forward. He'll get maybe 1 yard or 2. But
this will be about 1 yard.
Hines Ford was among up to stop that along with Detling. And put the ball down at the 26-yard line, pickup of about maybe 2.
Second down, 8 from Monroe Central, 26.
All right, officially they're going to give him 2 yards, although it's maybe 1.5, but regardless, that'll be 2.
Again, Seminoles taking their time in the huddle, play clock down inside 10 when they break the huddle, as they're working that play clock down. Fake to Rudder. Howe wants to throw. He's going down the middle of the field for Knowlton, just overthrown, incomplete. Costello on was defending there. The ball just a little overthrown, incomplete.
Howe's pass intended for Carter Knowlton, incomplete. Third down.
Costello had him pretty well covered there, and at the last second, seeing the ball was overthrew, he sort of Knowlton kind of broke further, and if it been down a foot, he may have had a good catch there.
But that will bring up 3rd and 8. We're at 6 minutes, 38 seconds left in the second quarter, 20-0 Barnesville. Shamrocks have had the ball 3 times and have scored on all 3 possessions. Howe on the shotgun takes a snap. He's down. He's going to throw a quick out here to his brother, Cooper Howe. And that catch will be made at about the 40-yard line. He'll be out to about the 43-yard line, first down.
That'd be a 17-yard gain on the play. Nice pitch and catch.
That's at Howe to Howe, and that was Tucker to Cooper. I know I've got a listener back home there that was waiting for me to say that wrong. So that is a first down, Monroe Central out at the 43-yard line. Nice catch. Ball was a little bit high. Nice catch there by the freshman, Cooper Howe, to go up and get the ball and come down. So now the Seminoles at their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Rudder, he'll be dropped in the backfield, and he'll go down there. And
Tolliver with the tackle.
Yes, Tolliver make that tackle, and that play will lose about 2 yards.
And that's the first. This is really the first we've seen Tolliver play much defense, but he's been outstanding tonight.
This is the longest possession play-wise that Monroe Central has had in the game thus far. But, good penetration there by Tolliver to make that tackle. So that's 2nd and 12 now back at the 41-yard line. Again, shotgun, running backs to the right and left of Howe. And we'll get some motion. And look back, though, down the middle of the field, incomplete. And that looked like a little miscommunication there as Cooper Howe broke to the inside and Carter Knowlton broke deep. The throw was a little bit to the outside and will be incomplete. But again,
they had 2 receivers right there next to each other.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be happening.
Yes, usually that's not a good sign. Somebody probably not running the correct route. Cooper Howe will now check out Logan Powell in with the play. 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 from the 41-yard line. 5:10 remaining in the first half. 20-0 Barnesville. Again, we'll get 3 receivers, wide left, 1 to the right. Howe drops, now scrambles under some pressure, trying to get to the outside. He's going to throw it deep downfield, has a man, and it's incomplete.
Now, I'll tell you what, he was open, but Luke Detling batted that down at the last second.
Yeah, Detling was beat on the play, it looked like, but the ball stayed in the air a long time, and Detling was able to get back and knock the ball away and make the play. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, if that ball had been thrown a little bit harder or farther to lead him out, that may have been a touchdown.
And sometimes that's where speed can make up for mistakes, and that may be the case there. So we'll see here. It looks like the punt group will now in the 4th and 12 will be in. Tucker Howe, will be the punter, and he'll drop back about his own 30-yard line. Two people back here. That's probably Costello. Some nice pressure. Ball gets away. It's a short kick, but it's going to hit the ground, and Detling will get away from it and just let it roll, and Tyler Whitaker will down the ball at about the 27-yard line.
And that was Marshall Mead with the pressure there on the punter, and him and Tucker Howe talking to each other.
That was a 10-play possession there by Monroe Central, but it only gained about 30 yards. But, it did take some time off the clock. 4:50 as Barnesville will now take over for their 4th possession of the game. And we're going to get a flag on the play over the side. I think we're going to get a sideline warning now against the Shamrocks. Yes.
Yeah.
And, well, no, I'm not even going to start, Mark.
So each team now has had a sideline warning.
I know.
And both times I think it was the head coach that was out on the field.
And that was the case there where Coach Allen is walking out on the field with the player who's taking the play into the game. And, yes, he was out on the field, but it had nothing to do with the play.
All right, so this will be a swing pass from Carpenter out to Duker Costello, and he stays in bounds, and he's going to go all the way, but there is a flag down.
And that flag is just about at the spot where he broke away, and I think the Barnesville offense that's back behind didn't even bother going downfield. I think they know that one's coming back.
And the coaches just sitting there with their hands on their hips watching.
Well, that was right in front of Coach Allen and the other coaches there, and you saw the only reaction you saw from them was frustration, I think, at the fact that it was definitely a penalty. And we'll see for sure, because I called one wrong earlier once we thought had to be a certain foul, and it wasn't. But since everybody's walked back down the field, and I don't think there's much question here that this one is going to be against the Shamrocks, and that's going to take a potential score. It was a score off the board. But they'll take that back. That's going to be 10 yards back to the 28-yard line.
And
that's from the point of the fouls. That's going to be back about the 23-yard line.
That is the first penalty of the game tonight on the Shamrocks.
So that's going to be first down and basically 1st and 14.
So I formation, and this will be a fake, and then an out pass to, that's Kyle McIntyre, and he dropped the ball.
And I think he held on to the ball, but he went down there under the pressure of Leidig and Evan Knowlton, and he's going to lose back to the 20-yard line. That's going to be a negative play. It's going to be a loss of about 3. That might be the first negative play the Shamrocks have had from scrimmage in the game.
He did bobble it there. I thought he dropped it, but you're right. He was able to hold on to it.
That's going to be second down and about 17 now back at the 20-yard line. 4 minutes left in the half on the moving clock.
Snap, and this will be an out pass again. And this time it will be Starr, and he will be stopped just a couple yards after he catches the ball.
A.J. Redder did a nice job, a nice open field tackle there. That play is only going to gain about a yard. Nice job by Redder.
That's going to bring up third down at
16.
Yeah, third down and 16, and I'd say the Shamrock offense has not been in very many 3rd and 16 situations during the first 7.5 weeks of the season.
I'm trying to think if this is the first third down tonight. If not, it's...
this is the first 3rd and long, that's
yes.
for sure.
All right, so man in motion. That'll be Starr in the shotgun. Carpenter looking. He's got a man open there, and he will be laid out, and I believe that's Detling or Costello. Let's see.
Carter Knowlton on the hit. That was a big-time hit over there. That is Costello.
Yeah.
And out to the 32-yard line, but it's going to be well short of the first down. It's going to gain about 11 yards, but we're going to get a punt, a rare punt by the Barnesville offensive group. That will be Evan Lowe that will come in. Yeah, it was well short of the first down. A big-time hit there by Carpenter on Costello after the catch of about, what'd you say, about 11 yards?
Yes. And this ball will really flop around, but it's going to take a Barnesville bounce.
They tend to get that on the turf part of the time. It takes a real nice Barnesville bounce and will roll dead down about the 27-yard line. And
he kind of shanked that off the side of his foot, but it really spun in the air and hit the ground and bounced another 10 or 15 yards.
So Monroe Central will put the ball in play there at their own 27-yard line for their 4th possession of the game. 2:19 left before halftime. Seminoles do have 2 timeouts remaining here. 20-0 Barnesville leads. We'll see how the Seminoles, obviously you want to try to get this much time. You want to try to get down the field and give yourself an opportunity to score. 2:19 before halftime. And again, at halftime, we will have a crowning of a homecoming queen here at Barnesville. Howe in the shotgun has 2 receiver on each side. Gives it to Rudder. He'll get out across the 30 and be brought down at, looks like at about the 31-yard line. Pickup of about maybe 4 yards.
Luke Detling with the tackle.
Pickup of 6, second down, 6, line of scrimmage.
Now that's 4, it's not 6. It's 6 yards to go.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line. We're inside 2 minutes now on a moving clock.
17 yards now on 7 carries for Rudder.
Monroe Central will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So in worst case scenario here, they'd like to keep the ball the remainder of the first half. Howe under center. Now fakes inside. He rolls to the right. He's going deep downfield. And it's Carter Knowlton. He makes the catch and he'll be knocked to the ground at about the 30-yard line. They'll put him at the 29. That's about 20. That's about 40 yards, if my math is anywhere close to right.
That's Knowlton's first catch of the game,
and that will be a.
He got behind the 2 defensive backs from Barnesville there, and probably lucky that Detling was able to push him down, or he would have gone all the way.
That's about 50 yards.
Okay,
my mistake there, Mark. And that will be a first down. Monroe Central now at the 30-yard line. This is their deepest penetration of the night. Pitch to Rudder. He dances around. He'll be met. And the ball is loose. And I think the Shamrocks are going to come up with it. Yes, they are. And that's
Hines
Ford. And after Monroe Central's best play of the night, they turn the ball over, and the Shamrocks are going to get one more possession here with 59 seconds left here in the half. But
wow, that's a shame if you're a Monroe Central fan there.
Yeah,
it looked like you're going to do something.
Yeah, big 50-yard completion.
Yeah. And I don't know if Hines Ford stripped it out or what happened there, but we couldn't see it. But he did come up with the recovery, so 1st and 10 Shamrocks.
Chance for Barnesville to work on their hurry up here with 59 seconds left in the half.
And this will be, again, that will be through the hands of Duke Costello, a little bit high there. And if he caught it, he was going to get hit pretty hard. You may remember that from the last time, but incomplete.
Yes, that last possession, he did take quite a hit over on the sideline there on an incomplete pass. The Star now comes over, gets the play from Coach Allen, and back out there to his left-handed quarterback, Casey Carpenter. 3 receivers wide right.
All right, he's got Camden Carpenter back there with him, and this will be a quick out to Tayson Starr. Tayson will try to get out of bounds, and he will, and that'll be a completion about 6 yards, it looks like.
Evan Knowlton on the tackle, yeah, about 6. Puts him at about the 34-yard line, 3rd and 4. He did get out of bounds, though, with 49 seconds left, so the Rocks still have those 3 timeouts in their possession, leading 20-0. But they're on their own 34-yard line, 3rd and 4.
All right, 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. Rolling to the left. This will be a pass out to Detling, I believe. Yes, that's Detling. He will get out of bounds.
It's a short game, but it's enough for the first down. He's about the 30. Well, let's see here. About the 38-yard line. Now, I didn't see a signal yet.
No,
he's just short. Fourth down and less than a yard, and Shamrocks are going to go for it here. They're going to bring the chains in, Mark, and they're going to measure this here. It was, very close there. Detling was hit and kind of staggered there as he tried to stay in bounds. And the officiating crew here will look at it, and we can't really see from our vantage point. And
it is a first down.
It is a first down. Just by the nose of the football with 43 seconds left. Right at the 43-yard line in Barnesville territory. And both teams at the sidelines here, but it's not a timeout as they measured here.
They've not started the play clock yet.
And, of course, the game clock will not run here because the play did go out of bounds. So, but Barnesville still, has not had to use a timeout left at their own 38-yard line.
Barnesville leading 20-0, 43 seconds to go in the first half. And this will be Carpenter. He will get it out here to Detling. Detling will try to cut it inside, and he will only pick up about 3 yards.
Yeah, Leidick and Lombatis made the play there to put it down about the 41-yard line.
Barnesville will call a timeout.
35 seconds on the clock. Shamrocks using one of their timeouts. Well, it looks to me, Mark, again, I've said before, I'm not an offensive play caller, but, the defensive backs for Monroe Central kind of set up this short passing game, for maybe a shot downfield.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah. I could see a turnaround, a hitch and run, and being open.
But you're on 2nd down and 7. Obviously, you would like to get the first down before you try something like that, but just 35 seconds left. And obviously, Barnesville would like to get another score on the board before halftime and convert that Monroe Central fumble.
That fumble was the first turnover for either team in the game.
Other than some penalties that Monroe Central had early there, it's been a pretty clean game.
Yes. All right, so let's see what Barnesville comes up with here. 3 wide receivers, 2 right. And Carpenter looking. He's going in. He's got a man open there. And that is Duke Costello. And he's going to go all the way. Wow.
59 yards.
And I'll tell you what, I think he just turned around, was going to try to get out of bounds, and his speed and the position of the defenders, and he goes all the way for the touchdown.
And that makes it 26-0. That coming with 24 seconds left in the half. A 72-yard, 5 plays, 72 yards for that score, and Evan Lowe on for the extra point attempt.
Detling to hold, Lowe to attempt the point.
Starr to snap, Detling to hold. That's hammered right through.
And so with 24 seconds to go in the first half, it is Barnesville 27-0. We'll take a break and be back after this.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Back here at Barnesville High School, we're at Barnesville Shamrocks Stadium. Duker Costello just turned a short pass into a 59-yard touchdown play. 24 seconds left in the half to give the Shamrocks a 27-0 lead here. As we get ready for our Hissam's Service Center kickoff, we're 24 seconds away from our halftime report, which is sponsored by WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital. And Lowe's kick is a squib kick on the ground and covered there by the Seminoles, is trying to stay away from a return. It looks like it was covered there by the Seminoles' Drew Miller, I believe. And the numbers kind of sent it. It might have been Ethan Gillespie. I couldn't tell for sure. But with 21 seconds left before halftime here, Seminoles have the ball at their own 39-yard line.
Now we'll see here if they try to run it, or you would think they'll at least, I don't know if they'll pass, but at least they'll try to run it. I formation.
And
yep, they are going to take a knee.
Just take a knee, and we'll let this one go to halftime. And our halftime report coming up will be sponsored, as I said, by WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital. And we'll have an ONN halftime report. And we have reached the first half, the end of the first half here at Barnesville homecoming night. It is Barnesville 27 and Monroe Central 0. Back in a couple of minutes.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports. As you listen to your game tonight, I'm sure you can appreciate all the time your announcers have put into preparation to bring you your game. But how much more goes into getting ready for an Ohio State broadcast? We'll chat about that with the longtime voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels, next on the Ohio News Network.
I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott DeMauro, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we're proud to bring you tonight's game. Our members are the public school educators who coach your kids on and off the field, because we believe in the potential of every student and their right to a high-quality public education, no exceptions. That's why we will continue to speak in one voice to demand the supports and resources our public schools need, because public education matters.
Every farmer has their reason for why they do what they do. For Beck's, it's faith, family, and farming. Since 1937, the Beck family and family of employees have been committed to honoring God and helping farmers succeed. Farming is full of extremes, and we face the challenges with hard work and steadfast determination, delivering quality line of products backed by legendary customer service. We look forward to standing by your side, supporting you as you live out the life you were meant to live. Beck's, when it comes to farming, we believe in something more.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game broadcast. We're joined for a few minutes this evening by longtime play-by-play announcer for Ohio State football and basketball, Paul Keels, now in his 26th season of doing this at Ohio State. And Paul, I know you've also called some high school football and basketball state championships during your tenure in Columbus as well. Many people may not know how much time you actually spend getting ready and preparing for each week's broadcast. And I guess what's the most challenging part for you?
Well, usually it's getting familiar with names, numbers, what players will be in one spot, but it's getting familiar with players that you're not familiar with.
Most people have no idea how much work you do each week to prepare for a broadcast. What's your typical week like in regards to your prep?
A lot of it starts even the week before. And as you see on my chart, I get mailing labels and I put down names, hometowns, classes, things like that, then filling in stats from the previous year as the weeks go on, getting the current stats put in there, going through the game notes, and basically putting together, so those who are in school maybe can relate to this, a giant cheat sheet, and putting notes that you may or may not use on it, using different colored ink, all of those things, trying to get information from people, whether it's the other team's announcers, the sports information people. And then there's also our marathon pregame show, getting all of those sound bites and interviews and all of that stuff stacked together.
How much time would you say it takes to put your charts and stuff together? Because it varies, and there's a lot of work, as you mentioned, that goes into it.
I would say it could be anywhere to 10 to 15 hours, and that's just to put it down. And then another, 6-7 hours, maybe even more, going back over it again. And the other thing I do is, and as you know, years ago, I had the tragic incident of having a car broken into and my chart stolen. So I make copies of my charts just in case something happens.
Paul, like many in your profession, you bounced around earlier in your career. When you took this gig back in '98, did you envision being here this long?
I did, because of having bounced around before. And a lot of it, Skip, had to do, too, with, finally coming back to your home state. I'd left and spent 7 years working in Detroit, had been in Washington, D.C. for a year, and in 1988, when I came back to Ohio for good, to Cincinnati, that really was kind of, you're always open to the possibility, but I was so thrilled to get back into Ohio after having been gone so long. Now, I didn't envision leaving Cincinnati to come to Columbus, but it's been one of the best things that has ever happened.
Who did you enjoy listening to calling games when you were growing up? And do you model what you do and how you do it the way others may have done radio play-by-play in the past?
The second part, no. Now, earlier on I did, but kind of learned that, when you try and do that, you end up sounding like a bad imitation of somebody else, and maybe not the person you're trying to mimic. I grew up listening to Jim McIntyre, who was the Reds' lead announcer in the mid-'60s, who worked with Joe Nuxall. Loved listening to Jim McIntyre. Had a chance to meet him as a kid at Crosley Field. Dom Valentino, who did the Cincinnati Royals games when the NBA team was in Cincinnati. Phil Samp, the original Bengals announcer. And then as kids and as a young person growing up in Cincinnati, we listened to Marv Homan do the Ohio State games. So those are the people that really influenced me a lot, just as a listening standpoint.
You're so good at so many different things. Is there one sport that you prefer over the other, or does it just depend on what season it is?
Skip, as you know, that's a question I get asked a lot. What I really enjoy is the change, because by the time you get to November, you're ready for something a little different, to fall into basketball. Then after doing some basketball, when you get back to football, the occasional baseball romance, that gets to be nice, other than when you have to go to Bloomington middle of the night and have games rained out. But really having the change is what's really nice.
Many may not realize that in addition to sports, you did news as well. One of my favorite stories was an exclusive you got following a tragedy down in Cincinnati in the early 80s.
The Who concert where 11 people were trampled to death, basically, at Riverfront Coliseum. The morning after that happened, my news director had sent myself to the hotel, the old Stouffer's Hotel in downtown Cincinnati, where the band was staying. And the way it happened was kind of crazy. I had worked at a hotel previous to my radio job, And one of the girls who was a housekeeper, I'd run into her and she'd say, hey, the band's staying up on such and such a floor. Went up, knocked on the door. Some manager type answered, say, hey, I'm here from such and such station, trying to see if we can get a comment from the band. He said, well, wait a minute. And then all of a sudden, Roger Daltrey came out and was able to ask him about 4 or 5 questions. And really, the most amazing thing, Skip, and I've told you this, just to see how shaken he was about that tragedy.
I can only imagine. The legendary voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels. Thanks. We'll look forward to hearing you tomorrow, Big Daddy.
You got it, Skipper.
And we'll be back to wrap up the Ohio Education Association tonight in high school football halftime report presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling next on the Ohio News Network.
Beck's recognizes this week's player with heart, Kendra Walp from Shelby High School, for her commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
Being able to compete with my teammates is great, and just like the bond that we form, like obviously I love the sport and playing it, but the people that I've met along the way is just great, and it keeps me going.
Kendra loves volleyball and her other activities as well. She plays softball, she's on the student council, and the secretary for FFA, and they like to keep their community clean.
We just spend a lot of time like picking up trash around our community. We have a lot of events where they need like people to haul the trash away, pick it up afterwards and stuff like that. So we do a lot of that.
And she understands the importance of agriculture.
I mean, obviously I understand that it's like, it just supports our country. It's the base of our country and honestly a lot of countries around the world. So I think it's really important to me that it's like my role to keep it going just to make sure that everything runs.
At Beck's, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
This is ONN.
Our thanks once again to Paul Keels for joining us tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling from the Ohio News Network.
High school football
From AVC Sports
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Back here at Barnesville Shamrocks Stadium, we're at halftime of homecoming night as they go through the homecoming ceremonies. We'll get you that winner here when it is named. Barnesville leads Monroe Central by a score of 27-0. This is tonight's halftime report being brought to you by WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital. Before I get into the scoring for the game, let's once again thank our game sponsors, WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, People's Bank, Barnesville DQ, Doane Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Forshee Air Picks, Hissam Service Center and Towing, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Flag Floors, WB Green Insurance, and Convenient Food Mart at Barnesville. Thank you to all those sponsors. This one, Barnesville has scored on 4 of their 5 possessions thus far. Shamrocks took the opening kickoff in 8 plays covering 65 yards, capped by a Tayson Starr 20-yard run. Evan Lowe's extra point kick made it 7-0 Barnesville at the 7:43 mark of the first quarter. Shamrocks come right back on their next possession. Kobe Jones scoring on a 4-yard run at 3:48 left in the first quarter. That's capped a 7-play, 80-yard drive. Evan Lowe once again was perfect, and it was 14-0. Early in the second quarter, 10:23 remaining, Tayson Starr got his second touchdown of the night on a 5-yard run. That was an 8-play, 45-yard drive. A pass for a 2-point conversion failed, and Barnesville led 20-0. And just before halftime, Seminoles, after completing a 50-yard pass, turned the ball over on a fumble, and the Shamrocks then went 72 yards in 5 plays. Duker Costello turned a short pass play into a 59-yard catch and run. That 59-yard touchdown by Costello and Evan Lowe's kick made it 27-0 Barnesville at the half. And real quick here on a Doane Ford scoreboard also, let me mention a couple of scores that are late second quarter to halftime here, maybe of interest. Wheeling Central leads Shadyside 20-7. Edison 34, Buckeye Local nothing. River and Shenandoah tied at 16 and near halftime. Buckeye Trail 14-0 lead at Strasburg. Fort Fry all over Caldwell tonight, 36-6 near halftime. Weirton Madonna leading Bellsville 24-0. And early second quarter, St. Clairsville leads Union Local 3-0. You know, those scores of some local interest there. And once again, you are listening to the halftime report brought to you by WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital. We'll step aside for a couple of messages. When we come back, Mark Brown will have some individual stats, and by that time, we'll probably have a homecoming queen.
Did you know WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient surgical care close to home? Barnesville Hospital offers the following specialties: endoscopic procedures, foot surgery, gastrointestinal surgery, and general surgery. Let country roads lead you home to WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital for all your surgical needs. To learn more about your surgical options, please visit wvumedicine.org/Barnesville.
Sign up for Convenient Food Mart Rewards today. Redeem 20 cents off per gallon when you sign up today. Earn 5 cents per gallon on any additional $25 spent. Big savings on United Dairy Tweeners, Nichols Bread, Coca-Cola products, Sub Express subs, snacks, and more. Join the CFM Coffee Club for your free cup of coffee when you buy 5. Only if you're a rewards member. Sign up at any of our Convenient Food Mart's 28 locations.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up? I'm tired of feeling so bloated. That used to be me. Then I got this. Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion. A probiotic, right? Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
Get ready to wake up.
Let's go!
To Sunday morning football, because the NFL is back across the pond with 2 huge matchups.
How do you like that?
We're talking Jags-Bills.
You gotta love this team!
And Ravens-Titans.
This place is on fire! Woo!
So set your alarm.
Caught for the touchdown!
Then rise, shine, and watch the NFL London Games. October 8th and 15th, only on NFL Network.
Your home and your car are likely your 2 biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
We're back here at Barnesville Stadium where the Shamrocks lead 27-0 at halftime over Monroe Central. Tonight is homecoming night, and the young ladies are still being introduced with their parents that are in the running for the queen. There are 10 candidates. They each draw a box with a flower in it, which they cannot see, and whichever one draws the flower that is different color from all the others, I believe it's red, but I'm not sure, that is the winner. And so when that happens, we will let you know who it is. But let's go through the stats here while we got a minute. First from Monroe Central, Tucker Howe has thrown the ball tonight 15 times. He's completed 6 for a total of 93 yards. The biggest one, Carter Knowlton, his brother, has a 50-yard catch. Logan Powell, 2 catches. Landon Leidig, A.J. Rudder, and Cooper Howe all have 1 catch. Again, a total of 93 yards passing. A.J. Rudder, the leading rusher for Monroe Central, he's carried the ball 7 times for 17 yards. Tucker Howe has carried the ball 3 times for no yards. So 17 yards rushing, 93 passing, 110 yards for Monroe Central from the line of scrimmage. They have been penalized 5 times tonight for 50 yards, and they have 1 fumble that was regained by Barnesville, gained by Barnesville, so 1 turnover tonight. The Shamrocks tonight, Casey Carpenter, the lefty quarterback, junior, he has thrown the ball tonight 14 times and he has completed 12. Luke Detling threw the ball once and did not complete it. But Duker Costello, 3 catches for 81 yards, including a 59-yard touchdown run. Luke Detling, 3 catches for 17 yards. Tayson Starr, 3 catches for 19 yards. Brady McIntyre had 1 catch, and he lost 3 yards on that. And then Camden Carpenter, 2 catches for 10 yards. So add everything together, 124 yards passing for Casey Carpenter and the Shamrocks. Rushing tonight, Tayson Starr has carried the ball tonight 11 times for 108 yards, including a touchdown. Trey Tulliver, 1 carry for 5 yards. Camden Carpenter, 1 carry for 3. And Colby Jones, 1 carry for 4 yards, but it was a touchdown. So for the Shamrocks, 120 yards rushing, 124 passing, 244 yards from the line of scrimmage. And Barnesville has been penalized 1 time for 10 yards, and they have no turnovers tonight. So we will take another break here, and when we come back, we will let you know who the 2023 Barnesville Homecoming Queen is.
Unveil a new perspective with Forshee Air Picks. Their FAA-certified drone pilot captures breathtaking shots that elevate your moments. From dreamy weddings to stunning landscapes, real estate wonders to towering constructions or home inspection pictures, they've got it covered. Let them soar to new heights for you because they get the pictures you can't reach. Call 581-0919 and see your world from above with Forshee Air Picks. Discover excellence at Hissam's Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off-road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks. Trust Hissam's for top-notch service and community spirit.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
This new Wendy's Frosty flavor is way too exciting to keep under wraps. It's a brand new, first-of-its-kind flavor. Get this, pumpkin spice. I know, right? It's so good. It's rich, it's cozy. It's the perfect flavor for some fall Frosty time. Watch, everyone will see it and jump on the bandwagon. Grab a never-before-seen Pumpkin Spice Frosty or Pumpkin Spice Frosty Cream Cold Brew today when you choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla Frosty is temporarily unavailable. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up? I'm tired of feeling so bloated. That used to be me. Then I got this. Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion. A probiotic, right? Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
Back here at Barnesville Stadium, where the homecoming festivities have ended. As we said, 10 young ladies running for the Barnesville High School Homecoming Queen. They draw a box with a flower that they cannot see. Whoever gets the white flower is the winner, and the green flower is the runner-up.
This new Wendy's Frosty flavor is way too exciting to keep under wraps. It's a brand new, first-of-its-kind flavor.
Flower
Get
is
this,
Belle
pumpkin
Quarter.
spice.
Belle Quarter, your
I know, right?
2023
It's so good.
homecoming
It's
queen,
rich,
and the
it's
runner-up
cozy.
is
It's the
Kaylee
perfect
Nugent.
flavor for some fall Frosty
So
time.
congratulations
Watch,
to Belle Quarter, Kaylee Nugent, and all of the Barnesville Homecoming Queen candidates. Teams just now coming
Everyone
out.
will see it and jump on the
We're down
bandwagon.
to about 2 minutes
Grab
to
a
go
never
before the
before
kickoff. Monroe Central will receive
Yes.
the ball. They will start on offense. Barnesville won the toss and elected to receive it.
At 27-0 Barnesville, as the Shamrocks score on 4 of their 5 first half possessions, punting on the other possession. And Monroe Central, that little bit of yardage, you didn't have just over 100 yards there, as you said, at halftime. But, turnover really hurt and just, not able to sustain any long possessions. Just inside, they always put 3 minutes back on the clock after your 20-minute halftime is over for teams to warm up. Both teams in their respective end zones here stretching out. And, Casey Carpenter still throwing here at 27-0. I'm sure you're going to still see, first-line players for Barnesville here for a possession or two in the third quarter. I know a lot of people probably figured, boy, we'll be running clock the whole second half. Well, not yet, anyway.
And Barnesville, I'm sure they would like to get that into a running clock and then get some of their backups in. Barnesville will have a reserve game tomorrow, but it's not against Monroe Central. They're playing against John Marshall tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, just not enough players, for Monroe Central. They have played a couple of JV games earlier in the year, but just really don't have the numbers to play a full JV schedule with quarter limitations and et cetera. So Shamrocks, knowing that ahead of time, able to find an opponent in John Marshall. And I think you said earlier, that'd be probably the second time they've played John Marshall this year. It's great that teams are able to get together and do that because those younger kids, deserve a chance to play some game situations. I think the Barnesville JV group has done very well here in the JV game.
They're 6-0. They're undefeated. The 7th grade team for Barnesville is undefeated, and the 8th grade team is 4-2. So there's some good talent coming up in the pipeline.
And there's enough freshmen here, too. I think they've even played a freshman game or two.
Yes, I believe so. The trouble is, that's a hard thing to find. So many schools don't have freshman teams. Most can't field reserve teams.
Yeah, you have to go and play some of those bigger schools. I think earlier they did play St. Clairsville a freshman game, but you have to go to some pretty big schools to find that. So, Barnesville is one of the few schools around that really have not suffered with a lack of numbers in their football program. Most teams' rosters are dwindling, but the Shamrocks have stayed pretty solid here the last few years. It's something that I guess success will do that for you.
Yes, it will.
So
Barnesville they have good numbers in almost all their sports, so they've been very fortunate in that sense.
So you have been listening to tonight's halftime report being brought to you by WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, and we're just moments away from our Hissam Service Center kickoff to start the third quarter. 27-0 Barnesville. Evan Lowe has it teed up at his own 40-yard line. Rudder and Cooper Howe deep for the Seminoles, about their own 15-yard line. And a high booming kick. That's going to hit at about the 5-yard line and roll into the end zone. That's over everybody's head, a touchback. And what a weapon that is if you can kick the ball to the end zone and make the other team start at the 20-yard line.
And that's what will happen here is Monroe Central will take over 1st and 10. Still trying to get their first score of the game. But as we said, they did have over 100 yards before penalties, of course, in the first half.
So Tucker Howe into the huddle now with the play. I don't know if we give that offensive set, of Monroe Central earlier there. That interior line is Ashton Lambatis, Tyler Whitaker, Parker Seifert, Bill Kroll, and Andrew Pickempaw. Backs are in the eye, and they'll give the ball to Rudder. He has nowhere to go. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Looked like he was getting tackled before he even got the ball almost.
A 2-yard loss.
Kyle Jones and Hines Ford on the tackle.
Takes it back to 2nd down and 12. Rudder has been the main ball carrier here when the Seminoles have put the ball on the ground here. Howe will now be alone in the backfield as he'll have 3 receivers right and 2 left. And he'll drop back. There's a quick out here for Cooper Howe, and it's going to hit incomplete, I believe. And it's a short hop, and it will be incomplete.
Nice job there by Luke Detling, diving in there, trying to knock that down, but it hit the ground anyway. 3rd and 12.
We've seen Tucker Howe, throw a couple nice balls here tonight. That was, really maybe one of his easier throws out to the side, but just, was underthrown. So we'll bring up 3rd and 12 now. Again, Shotgun formation here for Tucker. Howe, ball fake. And he's going to throw the ball deep downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. Intended for Carter Knowlton, and it's going to be intercepted by Duker Costello. And that possession went in Monroe Central's second turnover.
Pumpkin
Barnesville
Spice
put the ball in
Frosty or
play
Pumpkin Spice
at the
Frosty
Monroe
Cream
Central
Cold Brew today
40-yard
when
line.
you choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating U.S.
So Barnesville, this might be their chance if they want to get this into a running clock. They have to go 40 yards for a score.
Yeah, short field here. Really, that's maybe their best starting position.
I believe so. Yes.
Of the whole first half.
All right, this will be an out pass to Luke Detling. He was open, and that's a swing pass to the side, and that will be a pickup of about 15 yards.
Evan Knowlton and Cooper Howe making the tackle there, but that's going to be a gain down to about the 26-yard line. About 14 yards. On that little screen pass, or a little swing pass, not really a screen.
Yep, 14. They're going to put it down there, so. Carpenter now 13 of 15 throwing the ball.
Costello and Detling will go wide right.
This will be Tulliver, only his second carry of the game, the freshman. And he will pick up about 7 yards, it looks like.
Landon Leidick on the tackle. Looks like they're going to put him down about the 18-yard line.
That will be a gain of 7 for Tulliver.
Down to the 18. Second down 2.
All right, looks like after putting it down, it's going to be about 8. So 2nd and 2. Carpenter, the pitch to Tayson Starr on the short side of the field. And he will have the first down.
Looks like he's out of bounds about the 14-yard line. 4-yard pickup. Evan Knowlton on the tackle. And from a defensive standpoint, I'm going to tell you, Evan Knowlton may be the leading tackler for Monroe Central tonight, but when your defensive backs are your leading tacklers, that's not good for the defense.
No, it's not.
Ball at the 14.
All right, so a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, the ball on Monroe Central's 14-yard line. Tulliver now at the tailback. And he will get the ball. He'll break off center. He's going to break a nice run there and pick up about 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, Clint Rader pulled him down there about the, let's see where they put it down, closer to probably the 8-yard line.
Clinton Rader, the tackler.
All right, looks like it's going to be about a gain of 6.
Just underway here in the third quarter, 27-0 Barnesville.
Tulliver still back at the tailback. And this time he'll get the ball to the right, and he will go in for the touchdown.
8-yard run.
And he got through that hole quick and ran over one player right before the end zone and got in.
That makes the score 33-0.
So we will now, after this, go into a running clock.
Evan Lowe, who's been perfect 3 for 3, is now perfect 4 for 4.
Kick is good.
And so with 8:53 to go, we will start a running clock. Barnesville 34, Monroe Central nothing. We'll be back after this.
Flag Floors of Barnesville has been delivering superior quality flooring solutions for over 30 years. They feature carpet, vinyl, wood, and ceramic flooring and cater to both residential and commercial customers. They also have custom cabinets, Kensington high-performance windows, and Liberty safes, including handgun vaults. Flag Floors even has a complete line of rental items to help you tackle those jobs and a wide range of cleaners and polishers. It's all at Flag Floors, 324 South Chestnut Street in Barnesville. Call 425-3344. Visit them online at flagfloors.com and like them on Facebook.
High school football
From AVC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Hissam Service Center kickoff coming here by Evan Lowe. 8:46 remaining. The clock now moving as we are in a running clock. 34-0 Barnesville. Lowe's high kick will be taken there by Cooper Howe at about the 14-yard line, gets to the 20, and shy of the 25-yard line. He's going to be buried there. Eli Messenger, among several others, there to make that play.
Eli, nice job of fighting off the block and then shedding off and coming over and making the tackle. And Eli will stay in the game on defense.
And you'll probably see a few players, backups here starting for a while. Ball's going to be at the 23-yard lines where Monroe Central will start this possession. The turnover interception on the last possession. And Barnesville turning that short field. 4 plays to go 40 yards in that, or 5 plays, to go for that touchdown.
Monroe Central still over on their sideline. Barnesville on the field, ready to go.
They've not started the play clock yet, or at least the play clock. Now there, and that's something that nobody's in a real big hurry here now at 34-0, and running clock. About a minute, runs off there before the Seminoles even get to the line of scrimmage. Time will move very quick. Of course, if Monroe Central would score here and make the deficit less than 30, then we would go to a regular clock. We got a lot of movement both by the offense and the defense. We'll see who moved first. And it's going to be on the defense. A dead ball encroachment call against the Shamrocks to take the ball out to the 28-yard line.
Only the second penalty of them. While we got a minute here, we'll go through the Doan Ford scoreboard. St. Clairsville up at halftime over Union Local, only 3-0. We're at Madonna, 24-0 over Bellsville. And we'll go through some more after this.
Cooper Howes now under center, taking the snaps here for the Seminoles. And the handoff to another new runner there. That looks like Preston Benniger. And he'll get out across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Well, that's going to actually be a loss of a couple yards on the play.
Eli Messenger with the tackle. Buckeye Trail right now 14-0 over Strasburg in the third quarter. Bellsville down 24-0.
A lot of backups in from Monroe Central. Go ahead, Mark.
27-0 now, Buckeye Trail.
Toss, this is Benniger again, but he has nowhere to go. Tolliver in among the tacklers on that play. It's going to be a loss back to the 23-yard line. Another negative 3 yards.
Ford and Tolliver, the tacklers.
Hines Ford in there. Barnesville right now mostly second-team players. They've got a few starters still in there, some younger guys. Tolliver and Hines Ford still in there, but it looks like the rest of them are pretty much all second-string players.
I see McIntyre on the bench down here in front of us there, and some others there. Starr's not on the field. Casey Carpenter's not on the field. And we're going to get a whistle. And I think we'll get a timeout. Play clock was running down there. Will be a timeout by Monroe Central there. And that clock will stop the clock at 5:09 remaining in the third quarter. 34-0 Barnesville. We'll step aside and be back in 30 seconds.
Sign up for Convenient Food Mart Rewards today. Redeem 20 cents off per gallon when you sign up today. Earn 5 cents per gallon on any additional $25 spent. Big savings on United Dairy Tweeners, Nichols Bread, Coca-Cola products, Sub Express subs, snacks, and more. Join the CFM Coffee Club for your free cup of coffee when you buy 5. Only if you're a rewards member. Sign up at any of our Convenient Food Mart's 28 locations.
All right, back here at Barnesville Shamrock Stadium, 34-0 Barnesville. Thanks, Brett Klein. And also our cameraman, Brock Valentine, out there, as we are on YouTube and Facebook at YRP TV with the live stream of this game. You can also get there at yourradioplace.com. And if you're joining us on one of those places, we thank you very much. Back to the line of scrimmage now. Cooper Howe has taken over at quarterback here in the third quarter as both teams have dipped into their bench, third and long. Howe wants to throw, goes across the middle, incomplete. Intended for, let's see the number, This, Logan Powell, the intended receiver. It is incomplete. That will bring up a punt situation here. We are in a moving clock. First group's back in here to kick the ball away. That will be Tucker Howell in punt formation. And it looks like, as usual, will be Detling and Costello deep about their own 40-yard line here for the Shamrocks. Low snap, 2 hops back to Howell. He'll get the kick away over to the left side. It's going to hit about the 50 and take a couple of bounces down inside the 40 as the Shamrocks just back away, and it would roll dead at the 35-yard line where Tyler Whitaker will down it, and that's where Barnesville will start this possession, leading 34 to nothing. And looking out here, let's see what we got here. Looks like the first offensive unit still, or mainly the first offensive unit, going to stay on here for the Shamrocks. There's Marshall Mead will be over center, and Casey Carpenter still in.
Now it looks like quite a few backup players in for Monroe. Kind of surprised to see some of the Barnesville starters in there still. But wanting to get some timing down here probably and try some things. And this will be Tulliver, a quick hitter, and he will burst forward for about 7 yards. Tulliver, freshman.
And back to the line of scrimmage here. Shamrocks, they're without a huddle. Now they'll look to the side for the play. Again, you're working on situations here.
7, second down, 3 from the 42.
Snap back. Carpenter looking the pass, running, and he finds a man wide open right there on the sideline. He stays in bounds.
Camden Carpenter.
And that's Camden.
Carpenter with the reception.
It's about 16 yards.
Barnesville.
At the 42-yard line.
I think he came back for the ball, but nobody came back with him. Camden Carpenter now 3 catches in the game. Again, Carpenter back with Tulliver, and he's going to roll left. Tulliver throws a block. He's got a man wide open. Wow.
Tayson Starr.
Tayson Starr. And that's going to be a 42-yard touchdown pass to Tayson Starr.
Starr's third TD of the game. And that coming at 2:21 left in the third quarter.
Tayson just run a flag route there to the outside, and there wasn't a Monroe Central defender within 15 yards of him. Lowe will try for the PAT. He's 4 for 4 tonight.
Little delay there as the officials over at the Monroe Central sideline there for a moment. They've not yet whistled the ball ready for play, but Lowe ready. Well, now the official, Evan Stewart, is going to come over here to the Barnesville sideline and have a word with Coach Allen.
Not sure what that's about. Allen kind of putting his hands out like what?
It would be purely a guess on my part, and and I don't want to say because I don't know for sure, but it is extra point attempt coming up here now. It is 40-0, and Lowe's extra point kick.
And it's good. So with 2:21 to go in the third quarter, it's Barnesville 41-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Unveil a new perspective with Forshee Air Picks. Their FAA-certified drone pilot captures breathtaking shots that elevate your moments. From dreamy weddings to stunning landscapes, real estate wonders to towering constructions or home inspection pictures, they've got it covered. Let them soar to new heights for you because they get the pictures you can't reach. Call 581-0919 and see your world from above with Forshee Air Picks.
Back here getting ready for another Hissam Service Center kickoff. Now 2:21 left in the third quarter, 41-0. Barnesville as they've tacked on 2 scores here in the third quarter. And this Hissam Service Center kickoff by Evan Lowe.
Lowe to kick off.
And again, high kick. This one's a little bit short. Rudder about the 20-yard line. Trying to get outside to the left. 25, 30, and he'll go to the ground, just past the 30-yard line. And there's a flag on the play.
Flag down.
We'll see what that's all about. Easton Huntsman, one of the tacklers there. Cole Francis.
Put the ball down at the 32-yard line, and they're picking the flag up, saying there is no foul. So Monroe Central will now start at their own 32-yard line.
Monroe at their 32.
As we near the end of the third quarter here, 41-0 Barnesville. Play clock down to 10. Seminoles now just the field just now getting over the ball. As is Cooper Howe. Takes a snap. Running back there, nowhere to go. That's Benniger once again. And he kind of stopped before he got to the line of scrimmage and took a hit, loss of a couple yards. Preston Benniger not really hitting in that hole real hard. But again, I'm not sure if there was much of a hole there.
Yeah, he's carried the ball 3 times now for -8 yards. Barnesville now all second stringers and backups in on their defense. And we'll get at least one more. They may run out of time here. And they're just in time, got it.
Howe takes the snap. He's going to run to the outside, and he'll get out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. He'll pick up about 5 yards, and that moving clock will probably take us to the end of the third quarter. Because even though the play was out of bounds, we are in a running clock situation, and that was 17 seconds on that moving clock. I'm quite sure Monroe Central is not going to run another play here. And that will take us to the end of period number 3. And homecoming night here at Barnesville. Shamrocks 41, Monroe Central nothing. Back with the fourth quarter after this.
It's time to say goodbye to summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel fudge cheesecake, and more delicious fall flavors than ever right now on the DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at Barnesville DQ, 402 East Main Street, where happy tastes good. DQ would like to wish the Shamrocks a great season. Go Rocks!
High school football.
From AVC Sports.
On WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Looking ahead at the schedules remaining this season here, Mark, this being the final home game of the regular season here for Barnesville and the final road game of the regular season for Monroe Central. Barnesville travels to Shenandoah next week. That will be here on WBNV and also live streamed on YRP TV. And then, of course, finish up at Union Local Week 10. Monroe Central comes home and finishes with Frontier and Shadyside the next 2 weeks. So we're underway here in the fourth quarter. And Cooper Howe takes it, and he's going to throw the ball deep over on the sideline, and it's going to be dropped. Had a receiver who came back to the ball there. That was
Stippert, I believe.
Braden Stimpert had the hand on the ball, but it falls incomplete.
And I'm not sure what's going on here. I just got word that the Union Local game is under a lightning delay. But I can't see the sky here, but it sure doesn't look bad here.
Huh. Interesting. And we'll bring up fourth down now and 8, and Tucker Howe in punt formation here for Monroe Central. And they'll punt the ball away.
Carpenter and Carpenter. Howe the punt.
Howe's kicks away. It's going to get over the head of the deep men and roll inside the 20 and about the 15-yard line, and let it roll and be down there by Monroe Central. And that was Bodie Carpenter and Colt Carpenter were the deep men.
Punt is down at the 16-yard.
So that's now Barnesville ball. So Caldwell, or excuse me, Caldwell, where'd that come from? Barnesville now.
Cole Francis at quarterback.
Cole Francis will now be a quarterback.
And he's a freshman, the backup quarterback.
I'll tell you, the games I have seen where the second group has been in, now this younger group has really done a nice job at times. And a handoff there is
Evan Carpenter carries.
Evan Carpenter.
Dalton Phillips, the tackler.
Dalton Phillips still in the game and makes a tackle.
And that will be gain of about 7.
Looks like they put him down about the 22-yard line. Yeah.
And this will be a sweep. And I believe this is Evan Carpenter again.
He's going to be close to 30. He's a nice yardage there at about the 37-yard line. He's going to get about 15 on that carry probably.
First down.
And a first down.
Yep, 13 yards for Evan Carpenter. 20 yards now on 2 carries.
Lucas Stiver made on the play, I believe, there for the Seminoles.
Yeah, there is one little cell I look on the map here and see over there in that area. So
yeah, I'm glad it's there and not here.
Yes, exactly. All right, this will be a handoff again to Carpenter, and he's got a big hole in there. Another first down for Evan Carpenter.
Evan Carpenter, again, first down, Barnesville.
And that's going to be a 12-yard carry for Evan Carpenter.
Gillespie on the tackle. It gets him out to about the, looks like the 48-yard line.
First and 10.
We'll see Cole Francis, the backup quarterback, in now.
Well, Evan Carpenter's not going to carry the ball on this play because he just came to the sideline.
Right now, can't see who the backs are in there now. And we'll find out because the tailback in there now just carried the ball.
Number 30.
And that is Wyatt McCourt.
He's going to be down to about the 47-yard line.
Wyatt McCourt.
About a 5-yard pickup.
Evan Carpenter, a freshman, and Wyatt McCourt, a freshman. And now number 16, that is Jack Anderson, another freshman. He is bringing in the play, and he'll go out to the wide receiver spot.
Second down.
I formation, wide receivers right and left. Snap taken, handoff to the tailback. And this is McCourt again. And he's got a big hole there and big running. And he's going to get it down to about the 25-yard line. So that will be a 23-yard gain for Wyatt McCourt.
McCourt carries.
So a couple nice gains there by McCourt. Looks like the fullback and blocking fullback in this is also another freshman, Gunnar Disher. As the Shamrocks now down at the 26-yard line, 7:30 on the moving clock. Now, you know these kids, for Barnesville, want to get the ball in the end zone. They've gotten quite a bit of Friday night action this year.
All right, this will be a sweep to, this will be a big carry. Is he going to go all the way? He's going to be close.
16.
And that is Jack Anderson.
He's down and going to be stopped about the 2-yard line.
So 24 yards for him.
And there is a flag on the play.
Okay.
And that's not going to count because it's going to come back. And it's going to be a penalty on the Barnesville Shamrocks for holding.
Just got a word here that St. Clairsville and Union Local are back playing, and St. Clairsville now up 11-0 in the second quarter. So that was quite a long delay. Thank you to Derek Gallagher for updating me.
People like to keep track of these things as far as the computer ratings. Anybody that Barnesville has beaten this year, or in the Monroe Central case too, any team that you have beaten, you want them to win. And the two teams you've beaten are playing each other, you want the smaller school to win.
Exactly, because they will get more points for beating a bigger school.
The easiest way is to wait till the middle of the week and see it in the newspaper.
Or get on
JoeIdle.com.
Joe Itel Tonight.
Or and Drew Pastor is another site there that's very good.
I always go to the ITEL. All right, I formation. And again, a sweep. Barnesville keeping it on the air. And this will be Jack Anderson again. A couple nice spin moves, and he will pick up maybe a yard or two.
Jack Anderson carries.
Jack Anderson. This time his carry will count.
Malachi McQuarrie on the tackle there down to the 25-yard line.
Kalen Stein, the tackler.
We're down now inside 5.5 minutes left in the game.
Second down 9 from the 25.
Barnesville leading 41-0. They will go 8-0 now on the season with a trip to Shenandoah, then a trip to Union Local the next 2 weeks to finish up the regular season.
And Shenandoah was giving River a battle tonight, tied at 16.
All right, this will be the tailback. This is Evan Carpenter again now. He's back in.
Owen Howard, the tackler.
Owen Howard, the tackler there. Pickup of
about 5.
Down to about the 19-yard line is third down and 3 at the 19-yard line.
All right, we'll see. Stay in this formation, the I. And again, a handoff to the tailback. And I believe that's Anderson. They've been running him in and out. Let's see here. That's Bodie Carpenter. All right, Bodie making his first carry of the game.
Braden Stempert on the tackle down to the 9-yard line, though. That's going to be a first down, I believe.
Yes, it is.
First and goal from the 9.
4 minutes left in the game on this moving clock. First and goal now at the 9. Evan Huff in one of the players in with the play, along with Phoenix Graham for the Shamrocks.
All right, this will be a pitch again. And this will be Bodie Carpenter. And
he's going to get down to about the 5.
About 4-yard gain. And Bodie, for those that aren't aware, he is a junior, 5'2", 120 pounds.
Gillespie and McQuarrie in on that tackle.
Ethan Gillespie, the tackler.
Second goal now from the 4. 3 minutes left in this ball game.
Second down goal.
Barnesville taking their time. Bringing in the plays. That is Phoenix Graham bringing in the play for the Shamrocks. He will go to the fullback. This will be Bodie Carpenter. He'll score through there, and he scores a touchdown.
Bodie Carpenter, touchdown.
4-yard touchdown run for Bodie Carpenter.
We'll see where they put him down there. He went out of bounds.
Yeah, the fumble went out of bounds, and it went forward a few yards.
See where they mark him down here. We'll get just a couple of plays in here to finish this game up. About the 25-yard line is where they're going to put the ball down. 1:41, the clock now moving. So I would say maybe 2 plays.
25.
Chase Riley in at the nose tackle. He's a senior.
Cooper Howe comes to the huddle.
Adrian Tulowitz.
Monroe Central's freshman backup quarterback. A lot of people in and out here as we get players running on the field, running off the field. And Howe will give the ball to Stiver. He'll get maybe to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped there by a lot of green shirts. The last one getting up off the pile there, that's 72. And that would be Adrian Tulowitz.
Yes. And they'll say no gain on that. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Clock now under a minute.
I would say you're about.
Oh, there's a penalty flag.
Oh, excuse me. The clock stopped there. Well, they step off the penalty. It is against the
15 yards
against Barnesville. Takes it out to the 40-yard line. I did not see what that was.
And the official making no mention of what it is.
Shamrocks again trying to run somebody off the field here. That's Tolowitz just hustled off the field now. Clock running at 40 seconds. And Cooper Howe, I think he's just going to take a knee here. And this night will be over. And that is going to be it. As he takes a knee at 30 seconds, the clock will continue to run. And that will be it. Final score will be Barnesville 48 and Monroe Central nothing as the Shamrocks win, their 8th game of the year. I believe that is now 24 consecutive regular season wins for the Shamrocks, and I think that puts them in position now that I think they're guaranteed playing at home week 11 on that. And I think the score they just gave here, if I heard it right there, Shenandoah may be leading River right now.
We'll look it up.
We'll double
here
check
and
on
see.
that while we step out and take a couple messages here while we add up some numbers here. Once again, here from Barnesville tonight, your final score, Barnesville Shamrocks 48, Monroe Central nothing. We'll take a short break and be back with some final stats.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up? I'm tired of feeling so bloated. That used to be me. Then I got this. Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion. A probiotic, right? Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
Get ready to wake up to Sunday morning football because the NFL is back across the pond with 2 huge matchups.
How do you like that?
We're talking Jags Bills.
You gotta love this team.
And Ravens Titans.
This place is on fire. Woo!
So set your alarm.
Caught for the touchdown.
Then rise, shine, and watch the NFL London games. October 8th and 15th, only on NFL Network.
High school football
From AVC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield,
93 BNV.
Back here at Barnesville Shamrocks Stadium, this is Jeff Stevens along with Mark Brown, Brett Klein, and Brock Valentine, where the Barnesville Shamrocks moved to 8-0, 48-0 victory tonight over the Monroe Central Seminoles. Scoring again quickly in the first quarter, Tayson Starr a 20-yard touchdown run, and Kobe Jones a 4-yard run. Evan Lowe a pair of extra point kicks. Barnesville led 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Starr added his second touchdown of the night there early second quarter on a 5-yard run, and Duker Costello a 59-yard pass play for a touchdown. 2-point conversion pass failed after the one touchdown. Lowe kicked the other extra point. It was 27-0 Barnesville at the half. Third quarter, Barnesville gets a couple more touchdowns. Trey Tolliver an 8-yard run, and Tayson Starr's third touchdown of the night on a 42-yard pass reception from Casey Carpenter. Lowe's kicks made it 41-0, and then Bodie Carpenter capped the scoring there late in the fourth quarter with a 4-yard run. Lowe kicked his sixth extra point of the night, and 48-0 was the final score. You are listening to tonight's postgame show brought to you by Flag Floors. And a couple other things to take care of in our play of the game. Tonight's play of the game brought to you by West 40 Auto Sales. We're going to go with the 59-yard pass play from Casey Carpenter to Duker Costello right before halftime. And that 59-yard pass play made it 27-0 at the halftime. It looked like on the play that Costello was was willing to take the catch and go down, but he turned and no defensive people was there. He sprinted to the end zone to complete that 59-yard pass play. So that will be our play of the game tonight, brought to you by West 40 Auto Sales. And our drive of the game, and that is sponsored by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company. Opening possession of the game, the Barnesville Shamrocks took the kickoff, marked 8 plays and 65 yards to go up 7-0. And it was all Barnesville from there. So that 65-yard, 8-play drive to open the scoring will be our Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company drive of the game that helps lead the Shamrocks to their victory tonight. Once again, this is your post-game report brought to you by Flag Floors and our sponsors before we go to Mark Brown for tonight. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, People's Bank, Barnesville DQ, Doane Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Forshee Air Picks, Hissam Service Center and Towing, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Flag Floors, WB Green Insurance, and Convenient Food Mart of Barnesville. Thank you to all those sponsors. Some individual stats now. Mark Brown.
Okay, Monroe Central first. Tucker Howell tonight threw the ball 16 times. He completed 6 of those for a total of 93 yards. Carter Knowlton had a catch of 50 yards. Logan Powell 2 catches for 11. Landon Leidick a catch for 9 yards. A.J. Rudder a catch for 6. And Cooper Howell a 17-yard catch. So again, 93 yards passing tonight on 6 of 16 passing for Tucker Howell. He was intercepted one time by Duker Costello, and he also was sacked one time for 5 yards. His brother Cooper Howell, freshman, got in the second or fourth quarter. He threw the ball twice, and both were incomplete, although both of them were good catches. The receivers just not able to hold on to them. Rushing tonight for Monroe Central, Tucker Howell, the quarterback, he carried the ball 3 times for no yards. Cooper Howell, 1 carry for 2 yards. A.J. Rudder carried the ball 8 times tonight for 15 yards. Preston Benniker, 3 carries for -8 yards. And Stiver tonight, 1 carry for no yardage. So Monroe Central, a total of 9 yards rushing, 93 passing, 102 yards from the line of scrimmage. And they were penalized 5 times tonight for 50 yards. Monroe Central 2 turnovers, the interception as we mentioned, and they had 2 fumbles tonight and lost 1 of those. Barnesville tonight, again, big numbers on offense. Casey Carpenter, the junior quarterback, threw the ball 17 times tonight, and he completed 15 of those for 196 yards unofficially. Duker Costello tonight, 81 yards on 3 catches, including the 59-yard touchdown, which was our play of the game. Luke Detling tonight, he had 4 catches for 31 yards. Tayson Starr, 4 catches, 61 yards. Camden Carpenter, 3 catches, 26 yards. and Brady McIntyre had the one out pass, and he was dropped for a 3-yard loss. So again, 196 yards passing tonight for Barnesville. Luke Detling threw one pass. It was incomplete. Cole Francis, the backup quarterback, did not throw any attempts tonight. Rushing tonight, Tayson Starr, another big night. Besides a touchdown catching the ball, he also had 2 rushing touchdowns as he rushed tonight 12 times for 112 yards. Evan Carpenter tonight, 32 yards on 3 carries. Riot McCourt, 33 yards on 3 carries. Jack Anderson, a 2-yard carry. Bodie Carpenter, 3 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown. Trey Tulliver, a touchdown, 5 carries, 46 yards. Camden Carpenter, 1 carry for 3 yards. And Colby Jones, a 4-yard run. That was a touchdown for the Shamrocks in the first quarter. So tonight rushing, Barnesville 248 yards rushing, 196 yards passing, 44 yards tonight from the line of scrimmage, and they were penalized 3 times tonight for 30 yards in the game tonight, in which Barnesville did win 48-0. And while we got a moment here, we want again, this was Barnesville homecoming, and we want to congratulate Belle Corder. Belle was the homecoming queen. She drew the off-colored flower, and the runner-up that drew the other off-colored flower was Kaylee Nugent. So congratulations to those 2 young ladies and all the other girls tonight on the homecoming court. The homecoming king will be announced tomorrow night at the dance. And as we said, Barnesville will be on the road now, their last 2 regular season games. They'll be at Shenandoah next week. That'll be on WBNV and on TV again, as it was tonight on YRP TV on YouTube. And then the final game of the season will be at Union Local, and that will also be here on the air. Jeff and I will be doing that, and that last we saw...
That'll be radio only, that Union
Yes,
Local.
radio only. And last we saw, after a lightning delay over there, St. Clairsville is leading 18-0 going into halftime.
And the last score we had also, next week's Barnesville opponent, Shenandoah, was leading River. This game at Shenandoah, 24-22. It was still in the third quarter, so it will be interesting to see that. That's maybe a little bit surprising by some. But, Shenandoah, will come out and throw the ball next week, and that will test the Barnesville defense. So that pretty well does it tonight. From here, Mark, all Barnesville, kind of what we expected. Shamrocks 48-0. As they continue moving toward what they hope will be another undefeated season. And this makes Monroe Central's now 4-4. Their last 2 games of the year will be at home. They play Frontier next week. Frontier's winless, and they'll finish the year week 10 with a home game against Shadyside.
So I'm sure Monroe Central hoping to get 1, if not 2 wins to finish up the season. And that would be a nice improvement over last year, and also would probably get them into the playoffs. So we'll wait and see what happens there as things start winding down here with only 2 weeks to go in the regular season. So again,
also we'll say thank you, Barry Yodar, board off back behind us here tonight, Brett Klein, and our cameraman Brock Valentine. First weekend in October, Brock was lucky. Warm night, no rain, and fortunately the lightning that was at St. Clairsville wasn't here.
Exactly. So again, tonight's their final score is Barnesville 48, Monroe Central 0. I'm Mark Brown for Jeff Stevens. Good night, everyone.
This has been a presentation of AVC Sports.